Hello, welcome to Get Your Life. I am Dr. Carolyn Edwards, and I keep telling you, this is the show where I bring on guests and they tell you all about the great things they are doing so that you too have permission to be great. And today I have an awesome guest, Miss Ebony Morrison. She is an Olympian. She is an entrepreneur. She is a model. She is beautiful. She is fabulous. And we are getting our life today. So welcome, Ebony. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much for having me.
I'm so happy to have. I love when the young people come, and I love when the young people are doing great things. So I just want you all to know she is not just a one-time Olympian. She is a two-time Olympian and an entrepreneur. So we're going to talk all about the business and everything. But what I really want to know is, what does it take mentally, emotionally, spiritually to make it to the Olympic level?
Honestly, I would say you need a team behind
Okay.
you. I'm so lucky and blessed to have had my grandmother support through all of it. Honestly, if I didn't have her support, I'm not sure if I probably would not have made it as far as I have. After school, okay, so let me go back a little bit. My junior year of college, I ran one of the top times in the world. I was doing really, really well. Like senior year, it was looking great.
Awesome.
It was really, really I was like, oh, setting it up. It's really, really good. Senior year came and I put so much pressure on myself. It was a decent year, but it really wasn't what it should have been and what it could have been. And it was like, that's the year that the agents are looking at you, that the companies are looking at you. You got to do it that year. And I just didn't do it that year. So I was in this position where I was trying to figure out, okay, well, I'm not going to get a contract now. I'm not, I don't have these things in line. Do I continue this pursuit? Or, do I just go into the workforce and try and do whatever? And I was talking to grandma and I'm like, Grandma, I had 1 foot in, 1 foot out.
Okay.
But I still had 1 foot in.
Okay.
And I was talking to grandma and I was like, Grandma, I think I want to try and do it. She said, okay, let's do it. And from now on, it was just like the mental support, the financial support, emotional support, spiritual support, just everything from her allowed me to try. And it was really that team behind me, my coaches, my agents, all my friends, and my grandmother that really helped me do those things that otherwise myself would not been able to.
And the good thing, like what you said about a team, a lot of times we don't think about who's our team, like maybe our parents, maybe a coach, maybe a mentor. So I'm glad you said that, because a lot of people, if you're in the front, they don't know who's in the back.
Yeah.
Like it takes a team and everybody matters.
Yeah.
So you're the front person, but like you said, grandma, a coach, a mentor, the finances, and just keeping your mind straight. Because I can imagine, or maybe you tell me, because I've never been in Olympics, but you tell me in terms of your mental mindset, like what are you thinking? Are you saying affirmations? Are you reading positive book? Like what are you doing to keep your mind focused?
So for my second Olympic Games at Paris, the year before Olympic year, so Olympic year is like, you have a certain amount of time that you can qualify for the Olympic Games. You have to hit a certain standard for track and field. And there's a time frame. And Olympic year, that's like the year to get it done. And before that year started, I got a therapist because
I like that.
Yeah. I said I cannot afford to have my brain doing anything other than what it needs to be focused on. So I set out to get mental help. And
That's
awesome. I'm not
awesome.
afraid to say it or speak it. And in fact, I encourage everyone. People really don't understand how much talk therapy really helps.
It works. It works. And I'm glad you said that. And I'm going to say, one of the things I always say, some stuff we have to unlearn. And one of the things we need to unlearn as Black people, as African Americans, as women, as moms, that we need help and our life matters too. And that does not mean you're crazy. I actually had a therapist on that was like, mental health is just like every other part of your life.
Yes.
So if you have to eat, you have to sleep, you have to drink water, your mind has to be in a good space.
Yeah.
I love that. And as a young person, I'm going to keep saying that, because a lot of traditions, we do what we were taught.
Yes.
And now we need to start teaching some new things that your health, I always say, like, if you broke your leg, when you go to the doctor, you go to orthopedics, you go to physical therapy. If you want to keep your mind well, that you can also seek mental therapy, talk therapy, go to a counselor, go to a support group. It's all okay. Yes. So on the mental part, what was going through your mind? I can only think of the pressure that you have to succeed, that I have to get this time. Like, what were you doing? Okay, you got the mental health. Is it a mantra that you say? Like, I'm going to get, I don't know, 4 seconds, 5 seconds. Like, what is going on in your mind?
So for me, I really appreciate that question, because I don't see failure as the enemy. I really see it as just a different side to a coin. The coin is just life, you know?
Right.
I allow myself the chance to fail, because failure is not defeat. Defeat is the end. You're never done until you're in the ground. That's when you're done.
Right.
And every time you fail, that's an opportunity to learn. And it creates awareness on the things that you can better to get closer to the goal.
Right.
So for me, it really also, this is better said towards like smaller events. It's a whole different level when you hit Olympics. I can say good for myself, and maybe for a lot of Olympians, that once you're there, there's not even a thought of failure. Like, I'm here.
Right.
I've done everything that I had to do.
Right.
Now it's just now or never. It's not even a thought of, oh, what if I fail? What if I blah, blah. No, it's just like everything that I got, it's right now.
Right.
You know? So it's really, for me personally, there wasn't any pressure at any Olympic Games. I've felt more pressure at smaller events than at the Olympics. You just feel so free.
Right.
It's like, it's the pinnacle of sport, you know? So like once you're there, you're just like, well, I'm just going to give you everything I got, and it is what it is.
I agree, because at the end of the day, you're not going to have another one tomorrow. So you have to do it now. It's now or never. And it's just kind of like what you think about life. People always think I have tomorrow. And sadly, I see younger and younger people not making it to tomorrow. So sometimes maybe we need that same mindset. And so that is another reason why the show is called Get Your Life. Like, tomorrow isn't promised. Even if you're young, I know young people that didn't make it. So then you take every day, like, this is the last day, or this is the first day. I'm going to make it great. And so I like what you said. The Olympics, it's like, this is now and never. It doesn't come every year. It doesn't come every 6 months. It's what, every 4 years?
Yes.
So if you don't make the most of this one, you have 4 more years. Who knows what's happening in 4 more years?
You know, honestly, a lot of people, I like to challenge that thought, because people who like are not in that sports realm think that it's like such a it is a hard thing to accomplish. It is. But we have so many competitions and things and big championships and all these different things that happen, that really the Olympics is another meet, you know?
Right.
It's a big, important deal, don't get me wrong. But the mind frame that I go into it, that I think is the reason why I don't have much pressure on me, is that when I stepped out on the track, both times at the Olympic Games, I felt like I was the calmest I've ever been.
Awesome. That's awesome. And I think in other areas, like if you're out speaking or you're teaching your classes and stuff, I think we could have that same mindset. Like, let's just be free.
Yeah.
This is the moment. This is the time. And we're just going to do it.
Yeah.
Because we made it here. Everybody didn't make it here. So let's just be us. Okay. So we talked about the discipline. We talked about the mindset. We talked about not the failure, the lessons we're going to call those lessons. So I'm now going to ask you, because the Olympics, you have other meets, but the Olympics is the pinnacle. So the cameras are on and the lights are on. And like you said, I might get a contract. I might get a shoe deal or something like that. So after all that was over, what were you thinking that you're going to do next?
So after the Paris Games, I had all the intention to go to LA 2028. I did.
Okay.
And then so I continued on to 2025 and doing competitions and everything. And we were in China for World Relays. And one of our girls got injured and we weren't able to complete the race. We were doing the 4x1. And I came home and I was laying in the bed. And I said, I don't think I want to do this anymore. I like that. And I sat with it for a little bit. And I was like, and so for me, my identity was never tied to track. It's something that I was a talent I was blessed with. God gave me that talent, something that I'm very good at. But it was never, oh, this is my whole life. This is what I do. I'm just Ebony the track runner. It was never that. In my heart, at my core, I'm really an actress. I'm a performer. I love the arts, you know? So I was laying in the bed and I was like, I don't think I want to do this anymore. And I was like, how am I going to tell grandma that I don't want to do this anymore?
After she put all that time and energy and effort.
Yeah. So I just went in a room and I said, Grandma, I don't think I want to do this anymore. And she said, okay, what you want to do next?
Come on, Grandma. I need Grandma too. Everybody need a grandma like that.
Listen, Amarita Mackins, that is my heart and my love. Oh my goodness. She has been the greatest support for my life. I'm about to tear
up. Okay. It's okay. They okay. Tears are okay. Everybody need a grandma like that. That is not going to put the pressure and is going to let you experience and evolve and grow. Okay, we're going to have to find a grandma business for grandma, because everybody need a grandma like that.
Seriously, listen, she is just
that's a blessing.
Such a support. I just decided I didn't want to do it anymore. And I was okay with that because I wasn't attached to it. I just see life as like I just honestly, truly, I am so blessed. Whatever I put my energy to expands. So I don't really see it as like, oh, I did so much. Like I've done a lot in track. 2-time Olympian, national record holder, African champion. I've traveled all over the world, I've competed all over the world. But I was done with it. And I said, now I want to be a actress. And now I want to have my own business. And then whatever I put my energy to, it grows. So that's just what I'm putting my energy to now.
And I love that, because that's really true. It's like what your mind can perceive, you can achieve. It's like, just like when I say where you putting your energy, or where's your mindset, that plays a big part.
Yeah.
Wherever you put your thoughts to, wherever you put your energy to, that's where the actions follow, because those are the things that you're thinking about. And so it is a blessing that you were not forced to continue something you no longer love. I do believe that whatever you learn in track will also not transform, but it will also be just as good for the acting.
Absolutely.
It'll also serve you well in the business, because that's all a part of who you are. Okay, so we talked about what are you doing now. So what is success for you? But you already said your being was not tied to the track. So what is life success for Ebony?
What is life success? Honestly, for me, it's really important that I find what feels good in my body, because like I said before, whatever I put my energy to, it expands no matter what. For me, I've come to the conclusion that I really, really enjoy the arts. Like I love it. I got it from my mother. I got track from my mother and grandmother, and the arts acting from my mother. And I just recently completed a short film It was based on Haitian Revolution. I was the lead role. I had to learn a little bit of Creole. It was really challenging. It was really, really fun.
Awesome.
But we filmed for 4 days. And after the first day of filming, when I woke up the next day, I had so much joy in my heart.
Oh, right.
Joy that I've never felt before. Not even with track, not even competing at the Olympics and all the things that I've done with track. I was so happy to wake up and go to that set, and I took that as God telling me, like, this is what you're supposed to be doing.
Yes, yes.
It was like I've never felt like that before, and I'm like, okay, I have to pursue this. This is what I'm supposed to be doing.
I love that. Okay, I can tell you had grandma. I'm like, you got a lot of the answers that some people take forever to get. So it's like, you feel in your heart, you have some joy, you have some purpose. And I tell people, it is like no other feeling. A drug can't touch it. A man can't touch it. Money can't touch it. Because if you didn't have money, you still would have that joy and that peace. So thank God. Listen, when we finish this, grandma, we're going to start a grandma business because we need grandma to have her own show. So how different is the discipline for your acting versus the discipline for like the sports? Is it same?
No, it's different because with track and field, you have everything lined up for you and you just follow the instructions. You know, you have your coach telling you what to do.
Right.
Your agent telling you got to be at this track meet. You have whoever your physical therapist telling you need to do this, blah, blah, blah. It's all like, okay, all I got to do is have my talent, develop my skill, follow the thing, the plan set out. It's really different for the acting and for the business because now I'm making up my own rules.
Right.
I'm forging my own path, you know? So that's like the little struggle that I'm dealing with right now. I'm trying to figure out where do I go? What do I do? Who do I need to talk to? What place do I need to be? What agencies do I get with? It's a lot of me figuring it out.
Right. Well, it's like what you said. I'll just say you continue to give it to God. And when you feel that joy, and just like we're having a conversation, you say, okay, God, now I need X, Y, and Z. Lead me to the right people. And that is how you were on the show. Because that's what he does. And even when you pivot to do something else, when you trust him first, then the steps are ordered.
Yes.
You don't have to worry about, I didn't dot this T, cross this T and dot that I, because it's coming.
Yes.
It's coming as you become the people, the places, the things,
and that's been happening.
I believe it.
Like I have the people that have been, I've just been planting the seeds with my business, with the Pilates and all the opportunities that have just been placed. I'm like, wow, this is actually so crazy. It's giving me confirmation that I'm doing the right thing.
Exactly. It's like, okay, it's confirmation. And you still have that feeling like, this is my purpose. This is what I'm supposed to do. These are my people. I'm supposed to help do this. And I always say, and get your life. Your life is a gift. So it's not just for you. It's for you to bring whatever gifts that you have in you to help others live better life. And once you start doing that, it's like, it's no joy that can well, you don't have kids. Well, I'm going to say my baby, the baby was good, but it is good. So, do you feel the pressure in the modeling to be perfect? We see a lot on social media, television, radio about what size we should be as women, how we should look as women, how we should wear our hair. Do you find the pressure to look a certain way and be a certain way?
Yeah, there is a standard that society sets for women, and there's a certain look. And then also being on social media doesn't help, you know? And I've dealt with issues with track, you know, there's like a body standard set there. And so I've dealt with a lot of, I wouldn't call it like body dysmorphia, but I've younger, definitely, even dealing with like coaches telling me that my body wasn't what it was supposed to be.
Isn't that crazy? It's crazy. And even as a young person, I went through that. and the way my body was built. And the crazy thing is everybody wants it now. People are buying, they killing themselves to get the same look that you told me was unacceptable. So that just amazes me how life brings things full circle. So
yeah, you have to be comfortable with who you are and just figure out what you want. That's what I've learned. Because if you just go by what society sets up, it's not 9 times out of 10, it's not going to be adjacent to whatever you got going on. Life is really just all about figuring out what you want in your reality.
I agree. And then being brave, I will say there is some confidence and braveness that you have to have too. One of the things I do like about when you love God and you put him first, I always tell people when you walk in the room, you walk in the room like you know who's walking with you, because you're never alone. So whether you like my body or whether you don't, I'm okay with it, because you know that you are one of a kind.
Yeah.
Nobody like you.
Yeah.
Okay, so what are the challenges or lessons of being your own boss? Like you said, in track, you have people telling you, go here, go there. What about being your own boss?
You really just have to lock in and get organized, because you're making all your own decisions. If you decide that you don't want to do something, it's not going to happen.
Right.
That's going back to like track, still trying to stay in shape, right?
Yes.
I did not realize how much of a choice it is to like work out and stay fit until I didn't have to anymore. Seriously.
Yeah.
When it was all set up, I was like, you're here, you do this, do that. But now I really just have the choice to do anything. So I feel like one of the biggest challenges and hurdles is just really creating that plan for yourself and sticking to it.
Right.
Yeah, that's a big thing. Getting organized. When I can see things laid out, it makes it 10 times easier for me. So just like sitting down, like doing some co-working with some friends and writing out a plan is like my holy grail, honestly, to combating that.
And as you said, working on your plan and having friends, you also have accountability partners, because you could still have a plan and say, I don't feel like doing this today. So letting people know that you trust, that will help push you when you don't want to exercise or you don't want to market. I feel like you have to wear all those hats: social media, marketing, administration, paying the bills.
Oh my gosh, it's so crazy. I was literally just talking to my friend the other day. They were like, what'd you do today? And when I say it, it sounds like nothing, but it's like the admin work is
it's a lot. So just organizing, just having the locations, making sure you have your flyers, making sure you get it on social media,
and then emailing, meetings on the phone, setting up dates, trying to just the communication back and forth with so many different people. They're talking about we need to add vendors now. Then I have to create a form for that, and trying to get a sponsor here. It's so much.
It is a lot. And I think what I love about the platform, the masterclass, I think you could do a masterclass for all the young people that want to start a business, because they don't realize social media makes business seem like instant success. Oh, I get on TikTok shop and I'm a millionaire.
Right.
No, you had 20,000 steps in between before you sold 1 million whatever books or combs or whatever. And I think just sharing the information will help a lot of people not make, we're not going to say mistakes, because you grow from that, but to learn and go out with the knowledge so they can start a plan, knowing how much time it takes. How much time do you spend on marketing? How much time do you spend on phone calls? How long do you put into your calendar? How many hours do you work out before you get up there and teach Pilates? Because you have to, we're buying into you. So it's like, you got the product.
You gotta
stay in shape.
Yeah.
Like, what are you eating? What is your exercise? What is your exercise routine?
Mine?
Yeah.
I go to the gym. Thankfully, I'm not running 400s and 300s no more. Praise the Lord. But I go to the gym. I try to do 4 times a week. Sometimes it's really just 3 times. But I go to the gym. And then my friend, she gave me her home gym. So now I have a whole home
That's
gym
awesome.
at home. And it's so if I can't get to like the actual gym, I have things that I do at home. And then I like to, if I can't do any of that, I definitely like to get my 10,000 steps. And I have it marked out around my neighborhood where a mile is. So
Okay, that's good.
when I do 5 miles, I hit my 10K steps.
So if you telling me we're gonna get to it at the end. You tell me when the Pilates, but what in the world do I need to do for squeezing Pilates to get myself? I don't want to get out there and look crazy.
Oh, it's so inviting. Like it's not.
Okay.
There's no pressure.
No pressure.
No,
Okay.
not at all. You really move at your own pace and what your body
Okay.
can handle. There's no pressure to try to perform or do anything. It's really my company Squeeze Pilates, we really try to harp on it being accessible and for everybody and everybody.
Right.
You know,
And it looks like fun.
yeah, it's at so Squeeze Pilates, the social club, which is the free event I do every month. That at its heart is a social club.
Okay.
So we really we play games, we exchange Instagrams, we talk, we really have a good time. We get our workout in.
Okay.
But afterwards we have our social hour, and it's really just a really fun time for everyone.
Where did that idea come from?
You know, I initially thought that I just wanted to be an instructor.
Okay.
And then I realized, I really want to dive deeper into my acting career. I won't be able to dedicate so much time to just being an instructor. If I do, like I said, whatever I do expands. If I dedicate my time to that, I'm going to be the number one instructor. But I'm like, I want to put that energy into my acting.
Okay.
So I said, if I can create something where then I can then have my own instructors and be able to pay them and do them and just run the business behind it and still make it fun and accessible and all the things, it will allow me to, start and grow my career in the acting. So
I think that's awesome. Do you see yourself going out to LA or New York? Like, do you think you need to move to position yourself to have more acting opportunities?
Eventually I will. Right now, I'm going to stay in the Southeast region, get my agent here in Miami, agent in LA, build my resume. Once I have my resume, I'm going to get a manager, and then we'll make decisions from there on once I've been in some bigger name things. But eventually, probably, I'll have to move to LA eventually, probably.
And I see quite a few actors and actresses now who live in like Atlanta. They live in the mountains. They in Minnesota. And I guess, like you said, once you establish yourself and people are looking for you, then you do have the opportunity to kind of move around. So tell me, what is your ideal life? Like, what do you see yourself doing? What does make you happy? And I know you're still young, so maybe what make you happy now may be something different in 5 years. But today, what is your ideal life? After you get up in the morning, what is that ideal day?
I get up in the morning and I make my matcha and I open my script that I'm the lead in, and I'm rehearsing my lines for the film that I'm going to be in.
I love it.
I hop on the computer and I'm talking to whoever is my coordinator and the assistant to make sure that the Pilates business is running well. My grandma in the kitchen cooking me some good food.
Grandma gonna be in that business. That's right.
I have my husband, maybe eventually. I don't know. I'm on the fence right now about marriage. Yeah, but hopefully I have my husband. Kids, I don't know if I want kids. I may adopt.
Okay.
But aside from that, and then traveling and just enjoying life, and then eventually being able to help and give back to the generation behind me.
I think that's awesome. So what do you do for fun? You have a lot of stuff going on. What do you do for fun?
For fun? I really enjoy being at the beach. I enjoy when I say hanging with my friends, we don't really have to be doing anything. Just like their presence, that brings me joy. And I like traveling to Caribbean islands.
I do too.
Yeah. I love it.
Do you have a lot of friends?
No.
Me either. And I think that's one of the misconceptions. People think if you run track, you've done great things, that you are hanging with a group of people. But I see a lot of athletes that, or famous people that fall because they have these entourages, and you think everybody's your friend. So I'm glad to hear you say that, because you can't really trust your heart with everybody.
Right.
So that's a good thing. So tell us, how can we find your Squeeze Pilates? And then tell us about the event you have coming up.
Yes. So March 15th, we're having our social club. We have one once a month.
Okay.
And then I also have a partnership with the Sagamore Hotel, where we're offering a once a month reset, kind of a self-care day. You can find all that information at www.squeezepilates.com, and on social media, we're Squeezed Pilates. And yeah, I would love for you specifically to come out, and everyone
I'm coming
to come out and just have a good time. It's really just all about love and just moving your body and feeling good.
Yeah. So the self-care day, is that the same day?
That's the 21st, March 21st at the Sagamore Hotel. The social club is March 15th.
Okay, March 15th. Okay, so I'm coming ready for Pilates. Yes. I'm bringing my mat. Yes. And I'm going to do my Squeeze Pilates. Yes. And then I'm going to socialize. Yes. So what should I do? Should I bring anything else?
Just the water, just your water, and just some good energy.
Good. And okay, I got a lot of that. Yes. I will be ready. So is there anything else, words of wisdom, thoughts that you would like the audience to know to help them to get their life and live their best life?
I would say learn the art of detachment. Fight like hell for what you want, but be okay with the outcome. That doesn't mean just, allow things to happen. Put in the work, run towards your goals and your dreams, but allow your process to flow naturally. Allow God to have the things that are supposed to unfold in your life unfold, and be okay with the outcome. Work hard for what you want and be okay with what you receive.
I like that. So what am I doing as I'm waiting? Because that's what messes a lot of people up. It's like, I got my dreams, I got my goals, I gave them to God, and now what do I do? So as you are waiting, what are you doing in the waiting period?
Still fighting. It's fighting for what you want. I honestly, for me, I know everything that I set my sight on, I achieve. So there is a different level of patience that I have, and that track has also taught me, because there's only one gold medal,
Yeah.
and then there's only two other slots, silver and bronze, and in that waiting period, there was fighting, there was working, there was discipline and motivation. And a lot of people get discipline and motivation confused. They'll say, oh, I'm not motivated, I'm not going to do it. Motivation is a tool. Discipline is what you do when you don't want to. It's the steps that you take.
Yes.
You use when you feel motivated, that's just the extra boost.
Right.
You don't work off of motivation. You have to be disciplined. And that comes with an identity shift. You have to know and believe and find a new identity of who you are. And once you believe and have a new identity, that discipline follows right behind it.
I love it. Well, I'm going to end on that. So again, I'm Dr. Carolyn Edwards, and this is Get Your Life. I've been here with two-time Olympian and model and great all-around person and entrepreneur, Miss Ebony Morrison. And you can find not only this replay on YouTube at my YouTube page, Dr. Carolyn Edwards, but you can also get the podcast, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and just remember to get your life. Your life matters. Until next time.
I know it gets hard to find the light sometimes. It feels easier to hold on to what's been keeping you down. You were made to fly, so now release, let it go. You were made to soar, so just discover your power. Learn to dance in the rain or the shine.